Maintaining boundaries, affirming life. How can we assert and maintain our boundaries effectively? Recognizing one's boundaries using the mind is often tricky, as we tend to think that setting boundaries or saying no is not okay. However, the body and its sensations are immune to censorship and provide us with clear and direct responses. When we experience a positive encounter with a person, we feel uplifted and drawn to them. When we experience someone condescending or disrespecting us, the body may respond with escape reactions, such as increased heart rate, clammy hands, stomach ache, etc. The body, therefore, is an excellent tool for discovering where and when we overstep our boundaries due to imagined shoulds and musts. Once we expose unhelpful beliefs and the resulting behaviors that lead to overstepping our boundaries, we can consciously choose better alternatives, actions that are good for us. When we take our well-being seriously and respect our borders, we no longer need to flee or use verbal or physical violence to defend ourselves from others. Cultivating an open heart while setting boundaries is not a contradiction, but a mutual enrichment. I recognize my companion's uniqueness through the clear boundaries they set for me, and I see how the authentic attention that my companion gives me comes from their own free will. Animals, especially wild and free-ranging, show us that attention and affection cannot be bought nor coerced. They don't participate if they don't want to. And so it is all the more gratifying when they choose to open up and trust us, because they are doing so of their own free will. They do it for themselves and not to conform to the wants and wishes of someone else. Animals are wonderful teachers, and witnessing them, we see them doing whatever suits them in every moment. Playing, snuggling, eating out of someone's hand one moment, withdrawing the next, growling to communicate their boundaries. It is essential to be congruent and straight with yourself, instead of bending over backwards for the approval of others. Continually bending requires great effort in the long run and keeps us in a state of dependency. We expect affirmation from others and blame them when they don't acknowledge the actions we mistakenly believe we have done for them. Because as children, most of us learn to orientate ourselves towards receiving praise from our parents. If you're good, you'll be rewarded. If you don't do what we want, we won't love you. Our lust for life and our joy diminishes when we refuse to grow up, when we continue awaiting the judgment of others instead of taking responsibility for our own well-being. I'm okay, you're okay, just as we are. What is so easy to say is a life's work, a challenging, beautiful and liberating journey that is well worth the effort. Self-responsible people are a blessing to themselves and others. Because the more honest and compassionate we are with ourselves, the more honest and compassionate we are with those around us. An experiment for daily life. What you can do for yourself anytime you realize that you're lost in distressing thoughts. 1. Remind yourself in that very moment that you are not alone with your fears, your jealousy, your shame, your wounds, and the longing for freedom and love. We all wish to be allowed to be who we are, to show ourselves freely and not to be judged for it, but to be acknowledged. In Buddhism, it is aptly said that we all want to be free from suffering and to be happy. 2. Try simply looking at your feelings, be it dissatisfaction, hurt, anger, or longing. Perceive them without judgment. Dance with them for a few minutes. Sit on the floor or another grounding place and pause. In this way, thought spirals and recurring patterns can be broken immediately. Every time we break old thought spirals and do what is good for us, we strengthen our self-acceptance. In this way, we can immediately stop identifying with any limiting belief or pattern.